big cars, I got a fan. That should be great.
Yeah. Well, we'd get a ding, but I guess not.
Man, you ever get hit?
No, nothing.
Okay.
I'd like to call this meeting to order of the Village of Villa Park on October 23rd at 7 p.m. Clerk Kornecki, please call the roll.
Yes, Trustee Aiello, Trustee Salela,
Here.
Trustee Kazone,
Here.
Trustee Case.
Here.
Trustee Tucker.
Here.
Trustee Wagner.
Here.
President Bolthus.
Here. Let's all rise for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Trustee Wagner, lead us in a prayer, please.
Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion. Allow us to grow closer as a group and nurture the bonds of community. Fill us with your grace as we make decisions that might affect the residents, staff, businesses, surrounding communities, and all those that enter the Village of Villa Park. And continue to remind us that all we do here today, all that we accomplish, is for the pursuit of truth, for the greater glory of you, and for the service of humanity. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Okay. Clerk Kornecki, do we have anyone from the public that would like to make any comments on agenda items?
No, we have no one signed up.
Thank you. Number 4 is amendments to the agenda. I'd like to have a motion to remove item number 10 because everything's not in order on that item yet. So if we have a motion to remove item 10, Trustee Wagner?
President Bolthus, I'll make that motion to remove item 10 from the agenda.
Thank you. Do I have a second? Trustee Kazone?
Office, I'll second that.
Okay. Any questions? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Salela,
Yes.
Trustee Tucker,
Yes.
Trustee Kazone,
Yes.
Trustee Case.
Yes.
Trustee Wagner,
Yes.
President Bolthus.
Thank you. Yes. Is there any other amendments to the agenda? Seeing none, we'll move on to item number 5, proclamation of support for the DuPage Monarch Project. Whereas the Village of Villa Park is located in northeastern Illinois and has long been on an annual monarch butterfly migration route for thousands of miles from Canada to Mexico, and whereas Illinois designated the iconic monarch butterfly as the official state insect in 1975 as a result of lobbying by Illinois school children, and whereas the DuPage Monarch Project is a group of local organizations working together to provide education about monarchs and increase the amount of suitable monarch habitat throughout DuPage County. And whereas scientific studies point to the rapid decline of monarch butterflies due to the loss of milkweed habitat needed to lay their eggs and for their caterpillars to eat, resulting from land development, management practices, and chemically aided agriculture. And whereas the Economic Development Commission, the Environmental Concerns Commission, Kenilworth Watch Group, Community Pride Commission, and the Villa Park Garden Club each donated their expertise and time to the creation of butterfly way stations along the Great Western Trail in Villa Park, so as to promote the growth and development of butterflies in their natural habitat within the village. Now therefore I, Albert Bolthus, Village President of Villa Park, do hereby recognize the efforts of the DuPage Monarch Project and the aforementioned organizations of the village and offer our commitment to support and sustain the monarch butterfly habitat. And we have Karen Britton here from the Monarch, DuPage Monarch Project, and we have that proclamation for her. So. Thank you for your help. Oh, did you take her picture?
Park is the 14th city in DuPage County, Village City, to join DuPage Monarch Project. Yay! So I just did work with Downers Grove last week.
Talk right in the
I'm
mic.
talking in the microphone.
That's
Sorry.
good. That's all
I'm
right.
used to being a teacher and yelling out. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
So
On
folks at
behalf
home,
of DuPage Monarch Project, I would like to thank President Volpeace
they're good.
and the village trustees for making Village Park more monarch friendly. The village's actions to preserve and to increase habitat and protect monarchs will be an example of what can be done locally, inspiring residents, schools, churches, businesses for their opportunities to help increase monarch habitat. I said, DuPage Monarch Project is a partnership, and I've given a stack of brochures to Jan with Forest Preserve of DuPage County, River Prairie Group of Sierra Club, the Conservation Foundation, and Wild Ones Native Plants. So you guys have all of our resources now. You did before, but now you can call on us anytime to help. I know Conservation Foundation, Jan just told me, is helping with your native garden by Ovaltine. So anytime you need help, I'll leave some of my cards. Just give us a call. And we could do some other cool projects too. So I'll leave a stack of these, and this is talking about, like, if you want to make a way station garden in your yard. It tells you the types of milkweed, and on the back, in the center section, it tells you the places you can get it. One of them is Pioneer Garden and Feed. Thank you again. Thank you so much. And the Monarchs, thank you.
Thank you for your help in putting the gardens together.
Oh,
So.
and by the way, I told Al that you guys are gonna keep this, and I just have a paper copy, because you guys did it, so I think you need to display it somewhere.
Okay, thank you. Sure. Oh. Okay. Okay, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Do I have a motion for the consent agenda? Item A, minutes of the board meeting from October 9th, 2017, and bill listing for the week of October 9th and October 16th, 2017, for a total amount of $1,164,487.83. Do I have a motion for the consent agenda? Trustee Kazone?
Mr. President, I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Trustee Case?
Second.
Do you have any questions or comments? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Wagner,
Yes.
Trustee Tucker,
Yes.
Trustee Ciela,
Yes.
Trustee Kazone,
Yes.
Trustee Case.
Yes.
President Wolfus.
Yes. Item 7, a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, establishing the holiday schedule and regular meeting dates for the Village of Villa Park, the Villa Park Board of Trustees for calendar year 2018. Manager Keener.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Villa Park Municipal Code contains various references to meetings and holidays. On an annual basis, the Board of Trustees establishes and approves a schedule of the meetings of the Village of Villa Park Board of Trustees, as well as the village annual holiday schedule. Staff recommends that the President Board of Trustees pass a resolution to establish the holidays and meeting dates for the Villa Park Board of Trustees for the 2018 calendar year. Thank you, Your Honor.
Do I have a motion for the resolution, please? Trustee Wagner?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second? Trustee Cielo? Any questions or comments? Roll call vote.
Trustee Case,
Yes.
Trustee Tucker,
Yes.
Trustee Kazone,
Yes.
Trustee Wagner,
Yes.
Trustee Ciela.
Yes.
President Wolfus.
Yes. Item 8, resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, approving the 2018 Sugar Creek Golf Course annual budget. Manager Keener.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Sugar Creek Golf Course Administrative Board has approved the proposed Sugar Creek Golf Course budget for fiscal year 2018, beginning January 1st, 2018, and ending on December 31st, 2018. Proposed expenditures equal $1,067,407, and the proposed revenues equal $1,095,149, which results in a projected net profit of $27,742. According to the intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Villa Park and the Elmhurst Park District, the proposed budget must be approved by both entities prior to implementation. Thank you, Your Honor.
We have a motion for the resolution. Trustee Kazone,
Mr. President, I'll make that motion.
thank you. Do we have a second? Trustee Cielo? Second? Okay.
Yes.
Any questions or comments? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Trustee Wagner,
Yes.
Trustee Tucker,
I do have a question.
We have a question now. Okay.
On the budget, when you looked over, did it correspond, because I'm seeing there's budget differences to previous years on the red marks on, yeah.
Have to look. Any certain items you're referring to?
No, I'm just looking at the differences from budgets
Oh,
in
okay.
past to past, if that kind of corresponds from previous years on how it went, flow through.
Yes, there will be budget differences from year to year. In the past, when they made the budget, staff took a look at the previous year and made the budget from those numbers. After Greg and I met with the staff at the golf course, they use a semi-annual, 5-year annual rolling average. So they look at the last 4 or 5 years and then build that into the upcoming year to make it more accurate, rather than just going on last year's budget, which in fact you may not make or you may make. So they use a 5-year approximately rolling budget for the revenue. And expenditures, obviously, or could be salaries, benefits, and pretty well defined. Thank you, Your Honor.
Answers my question, yes.
Okay. Where were we?
okay, we'll continue. Those Trustee Tucker,
Yes.
Trustee Case,
Yes.
Trustee Salella,
Yes.
Trustee Kazone,
Yes.
President Volkes.
Yes. Item number 9.
First.
Resolution of Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, approving a contract with KNS Automatic Sprinklers Incorporated for the installation of fire sprinkler systems for Fire Station 81 and 82 in the amount not to exceed $56,750. Manager Keener.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Fire Department recently received a grant from the FEMA Assistance to Firefighters Grant Program, also known as AFG, in the amount of $159,091. This is a 90% federal share grant to support the purchase and installation of sprinkler systems at Fire Station 81 and Fire Station 82. The village advertised for bids for the installation of the sprinkler systems, and it was determined that KNS Automatic Sprinklers, Inc. of Bellwood, Illinois, should be awarded the contract in an amount not to exceed $56,750. Funding for the village's 10% share of the purchase would be taken from the Building Improvement Fund account number 67-502-02-402. Thank you, Your Honor.
Do I have a motion for the resolution?
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Tucker, second.
I'll second that
Trustee
motion.
Wagner. Any questions or comments? Trustee Kazone.
It's got a quick question. It seemed like we had a hard time getting bids in for this project. Was there any reason, just, there's not a lot of companies doing that, or you guys just too busy?
Chief?
Well, that's a pretty good question. I'm not really sure why, but we had, some guys had submitted bids, but they weren't complete. So this was the most reasonable, complete bid. So we had 3 bids. Why there's not more, I have no idea. Because we advertised on the webpage, we were told to do, just didn't get a lot of bids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just kind of curious on that.
What's their background?
KNS,
Yeah,
they've been in the business probably over 50 years.
okay.
So they're out of Bellwood, local company. So.
Never heard of them. That's
I mean, it wasn't a
the reason
big,
I'm asking.
big job, maybe that's why.
Could be.
Good question. I don't really know.
It's too busy out there.
Good, thanks, Chief.
Anyone else? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Salella,
Yes.
Trustee Kazone,
Yes.
Trustee Case,
Yes,
Trustee Tucker,
Yes.
Trustee Wagner,
Yes.
President Volkes.
Yes. So we skipping number 10, it was removed. Number 11 is a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, accepting an intergovernmental agreement with School District 45 for the Jackson Pond Expansion Project. Manager Keener.
Thank you, Your Honor. To lessen the frequency and severity of flooding to the northwest portion of the Sugar Creek watershed, the village proposes the expansion of the Jackson Stormwater Detention Basin and construction of relief storm sewers. The current detention basin is located on property owned by School District 45. The proposed intergovernmental agreement will provide the temporary and additional permanent easements needed by the village to complete the detention basin expansion. This agreement has already been approved by School District 45. Staff recommends the approval of the agreement. Thank you, Your Honor.
Do I have a motion for the resolution? Trustee Case?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second? Trustee Ello. Second. Okay. Share them a little bit. Okay. Any questions or comments? Seeing, Trustee Wagner.
There's one item on the intergovernmental agreement, I think that District 45 added was with regards to the soil testing. Is there anything, do we have any concerns that any of the soil might have contamination?
We want you or Elias?
Probably myself first and
Okay.
then. Yes, in fact, once we saw that particular addendum to the agreement, I notified School District 45 that we'd be amenable to adding that because over the past years, stormwater has flowed through that particular area, so it's a good practice to test that soil before we put it on ball fields or anything of that nature, so we want to test that. We're not sure what could be there, but could be a lot of different chemicals, so it's a good idea to test that. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, that's all I had.
Anyone else? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Okay, Trustee Tucker?
Yes.
Trustee Wagner?
Yes?
Trustee Kazone?
Yes.
Trustee Salella?
Yes.
Trustee Case?
Yes.
Trustee Aiello? President Bolfus?
Yes. Item 12, resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, authorizing a contract with J.A. Johnson Paving Company of Arlington Heights, Illinois, for the 2017 pavement patching program in the amount of $169,545. Manager Keener.
Thank you, Your Honor. Staff proposes the completion of pavement patching on various village streets as a part of the 2017 pavement patching program. The project was publicly bid with 8 contractors submitting bids. Staff recommends awarding a contract to the lowest responsible bidder, J.A. Johnson Paving Company of Arlington Heights, Illinois, in the amount of $169,545. There is currently $200,000 budgeted for this work in Street Improvement Fund account number 60-502-02-299. And Your Honor, Board, if it's approved this evening, we do have a map that we'll put on the village's website showing all the 2017 streets which will be patched. Thank you, Your Honor.
Do we have a motion for the resolution? Trustee Cielo? Do we have a second? Trustee Aiello? Second. Okay. Any questions or comments? Trustee Kazone?
Will this project be done this year yet? They'll take care of it? Thank you.
Trustee Case?
Is that their firm price? There's no extras to that one?
I think there'll probably be extras if we add extras, that'd be my
Just if we
guess.
add 'em.
Yeah, so I think for the work that they bid on, that would be it, so,
I just don't like the lowest bids all the time.
yeah, so. Generally, there's, my guess, it'll come up closer to 200,000, somewhere along the line, so. Trustee Tucker?
Is there a schedule of, a list of roads that have already been determined that if we approve this, will be done?
Yes, as the manager said, that they'll be posted on the website, that, showing which streets will be, where they are, that the patching will happen. And it was in our packet, so.
Okay.
Anyone else? Trustee Wagner.
And I kind of, dovetailing on what Trustee Kazone asked, I know that asphalt plants are kind of getting maybe close to the time when it'll close, so we're pretty confident we can get this done in time before the snow flies?
I think, what do you think, Manager Keener?
Yes.
Okay,
So,
all right, that's all I had, thank you.
that's if we pass this tonight, so I think we got time. So at least another month, I would guess, so. Any other questions? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Trustee Case?
Yes.
Trustee Kazone?
Yes.
Trustee Wagner?
Yes.
Trustee Tucker?
Yes.
Trustee Salella?
Yes.
Trustee Ayello?
Yes.
President Bolfus?
Yes. Item number 13, resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, approving a contract with Baxter and Woodman Incorporated for Phase 2 design services for the South Michigan Ave Improvement Project in the amount not to exceed $28,810. Manager Keener.
Thank you, Your Honor. The village proposes completion of design of the South Michigan Avenue Improvement Project, which consists of street, wastewater, stormwater improvements on South Michigan Avenue from Madison Street to Central Boulevard. Staff proposes an engineering services agreement with Baxter and Woodman, Inc. of Crystal Lake, Illinois, to provide Phase 2 design engineering services for these improvements at a cost not to exceed $82,810. Costs will be allocated to the Street Improvement Bond Referendum Account number 60-50203-292, the Wastewater Fund Combined Sewer Separation Account number 83-50203-292. The wastewater portion of the project will be funded by the new utility sales tax through an interfund transfer from the Capital Project Fund account number 64-502-03-793. And Your Honor and Board, originally in the text there was mention of water as an improvement. The only water that may be adjusted is if there's lead services found. Those will be replaced. Thank you, Your Honor.
Do I have a motion for the resolution? Trustee Wagner?
I'd like to make that motion.
Okay. Do I have a second? Trustee Yellow?
Second.
Okay. Any questions or comments from the board? I have one. When do we, is there a timeline when he's supposed to be done with this Phase 2 design? Is it going to be spring or? We have B.S. Skelis, our chief engineer.
We would like to complete design by the end of the fiscal year, but what's going to control construction is the IMPA loan that would be part of the financing for the combined sewer separation. So we want to get the design completed so that we can get the loan application. But the goal is to get it done by the end of the fiscal year.
To get done in the fiscal year to design only.
Construction will be next fiscal year.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Trustee Case?
Is anything going to be torn apart again on this street as far as this goes, or?
This is between Kenilworth and Central. This part has not been done at all. That's south of Kenilworth and north of Central, that portion.
Well, it says here.
Yeah, Madison to South Michigan to South Madison Street.
Oh, that is incorrect. It is Kenilworth.
I was wondering, we just got done with that street.
Okay, so that's a
That's a typo.
correction.
Good. That's a
So-
cheap mistake.
The memorandum is correct.
Oh, okay, that was a little scary
Yeah.
there.
As I read the memorandum, and it was right. I
Issue
didn't
between
catch
Kenilworth
this.
and Central.
Okay,
It's a combined sewer.
okay.
Good. Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Any questions? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Okay, Trustee Salella?
Yes.
Trustee Kazone?
Yes.
Trustee Case?
Yes.
Trustee Tucker?
Yes.
Trustee Ayello?
Yes.
Trustee Wagner?
Yes.
President Bolfus?
Yes. Item 14, resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, authorizing an engineering service agreement between the Village of Villa Park and Christopher B. Burke Engineering Limited for Phase 2 design engineering for the Washington Street Sewer Separation Project, first phase, in the amount not to exceed $191,530. Manager Keener.
Thank you, Your Honor. The village proposes completion of design of the first phase of the Washington Street sewer separation, which consists of street and utility improvements on South Monterey Avenue from Washington to Park, and utility improvements on Highland Avenue from Monterey to Riverside. Staff proposes an engineering services agreement with Christopher B. Burke Engineering Ltd. of Rosemont, Illinois, to provide Phase 2 design engineering services for these improvements at a cost not to exceed $191,530. Costs will be allocated to the Street Improvement Fund, bond referendum account number 60-502-03-292, and the Wastewater Fund, combined sewer separation account number 83-502-03-292. The wastewater fund portion of the project will be funded by the new utility sales tax through an interfund transfer from the capital project fund. Thank you, Ron.
Do I have a motion for the resolution? Trustee Kazone?
Mr. President, I'll make the motion.
Trustee Case for second. Thank you. Any questions or comments? I have the same question as I did on the last one. So this is for Phase 2. Is this going to be done in this fiscal year by the end of March?
This one is less likely because just of the size of the project. We're talking Highland, Monterey, and portions of Washington. And we're also talking outfall to Sugar Creek under Route 83. So design will take a little bit longer on this one.
And
We
when,
will probably be getting started at best late next fiscal year. Fall would be my guess.
so it'd be the Phase 3 would be late next fiscal
Yes.
year? Okay.
And we will budget for it in FY18, but I don't think it's going to start early in the fiscal year, probably later on in the fiscal year.
Okay.
Unless design goes very, very low
Quick.
without context.
Well, if I remember right, this is a difficult design project. If I remember from my 10 years being up here, so.
It's probably the largest combined sewer separation project we've undertaken in 20 years.
And you have some elevation problems too there, right?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, so, okay.
That outfalls to Salt Creek?
Yes.
Salt-
Anyone else? Seeing none, roll call vote. Thank you, Vias.
Trustee Wagner,
Yes.
trustee Tucker,
Yes.
trustee Salela,
Yes.
trustee Ayello,
Yes.
trustee Kazone,
Yes.
trustee Case,
Yes.
President Bolt.
Yes, item 15, resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, accepting change order number 3 to the contract between the Village of Villa Park and Orange Crush LLC for the 2017 street improvement project in the amount not to exceed $89,990. Manager Keener.
Thank you, Ron. The village has a contract with Orange Crush LLC of Hillside, Illinois for the 2017 street improvement project. During construction, the condition of the existing subgrade on West Adams Street between Addison Avenue and Harvard Avenue deteriorated after being excavated and exposed. Proposed change order number 3 consists of additional quantities as needed for the completion of additional pavement undercuts on Adams Street between Addison Avenue and Harvard Avenue. The net amount of proposed change order number 3 is an addition of $89,990 for an adjusted contract amount of $2,394,373.34. The cost of this additional work would be paid out of account number 60-502-03-299 in the Street Improvement Fund referendum funding. Thank you, Ron.
Do I have a motion for the resolution? Trustee Allo?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Trustee Case?
Second.
Okay. Any questions or comments? Trustee Tucker.
Have they resolved this problem? Because my understanding is they've had to have 3 different engineers look at this. Have we finally resolved the issue that we've had on Adams?
Trustee.
You promote me?
Not yet. You got to get elected first.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, this issue has been resolved. The area has been excavated. In other words, it's been undercut, and aggregate's been placed there, and the binder coat has been put down. And as I understand, as I've driven it, the landscaping should be very close to complete, if not completed. And hopefully within the next couple of weeks, the final coat will be applied to Adams Street, and that project will be in closeout mode. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Any other questions? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Trustee Kazone,
Yes.
trustee Tucker,
Yes.
trustee Wagner,
Yes.
trustee Salela,
Yes.
trustee Case,
Yes.
trustee Ayello.
Yes.
President Bolt.
Yes. Item 16 is public comment on non-agenda items. Clerk Kornecki, do we have anybody signed up?
We do not. No participants.
Okay, then we'll move on to the clerk's report.
No report tonight.
Thank you. Trustees report. We'll start with Trustee Cielo.
No reports this evening.
Trustee Kazone.
No report.
Trustee Case.
No report.
Trustee Allo.
Willowbrook plays Deerfield Saturday at 4 o'clock
Where?
at Willowbrook.
Okay.
My first playoff game. That's my report.
Great. Trustee Tucker.
I just want to remind everybody that the pumpkin patch at Community Congregational Church will be going on until Halloween. So if you haven't picked up your pumpkins yet, that's a great place to support a fundraiser that's going on right now.
Okay. Trustee Wagner.
Thank you, President Bolfus. Just a couple things. I just want to let members of the public know that the Environmental Concerns Commission will be meeting this coming Thursday at 7, I believe it's 7 p.m. Here at Village Hall. Just want to piggyback on what Trustee Ayala said, that I guess this is the, Willowbrook is the West Suburban Gold Conference champion, and this is the first time that they've won that since the 1980s, from what I understand. And also read a very interesting article about their kicker, Betty Ann Garrett, who received the Wintrust and NBC Sports Athlete of the Week award a couple of weeks ago. So I was at a Willowbrook game, and someone said, "You kick like a girl." And they were right. She does. She kicks awful good. So pretty unique. Just want to remind folks that about the pumpkin composting collection that's going to take place on Saturday, November 4th, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And just encourage folks to bring their pumpkins in to have them composted. And thanks to Roy Strom for donating a dumpster. And just want to encourage folks, if you haven't done so, to take the survey for the bike and pedestrian plan. You can go to www.surveymonkey.com/r/VP bike walk plan. And Actor-Trans told us that we were doing pretty well, probably more respondents than other communities have. We want to keep up that good trend and get as many people, with their input on that plan. And lastly, just want to let folks know that on Saturday, October 28th, it's National Prescription Drug Take Back Day. And you can go to Walgreens on Roosevelt Road, and they have a drop-off, a secure drop-off box for prescription drugs, out-of-date prescription drugs, et cetera. So,
Over by the pharmacy section.
yeah, yes. And that's all I had. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. President, can I
Yes.
sneak back in for a second?
Well, okay.
Thanks. Interesting note that Martini's got a game this weekend too, and forgive me for not knowing Martini's schedule, but if they both win, if Willowbrook wins and Martini wins, they play the following week.
Oh, interesting.
It's the first time, I think, in my lifetime.
Wow. It's quite a while.
That was great.
That was a setup.
Okay, and we'll move
Thanks
on.
for the extra time.
We'll move on to the President's report. Just a couple items. I want to remind the residents that the Ville Ave business owners are having their annual trick-or-treat day on the 28th of this coming Saturday. And there'll be a costume judging, I believe it's at 3 o'clock in Cortese Park. So come on and meet your local businesses on Ville Avenue. In talking about Halloween and trick-or-treat, just remind the residents that our Halloween trick-or-treat hours are from 3 to 7 p.m. on the 31st. And also, we have Coffee with the Board on November 4th at 9 o'clock, right up here in the COW room. And that's the same day, I think, as we're smashing pumpkins out in the parking lot. And also, just a reminder to residents that the yard waste pickup has begun, and put the waste in those brown paper bags that you could pick up at local stores. So, and that has started, and it runs through December 1st. So, okay, with that, we'll move on to the manager's report.
Well, Your Honor, my thunder has been stolen, so I only have one item. Director Fiola has arranged for a South Villa corridor meeting to discuss parking, which will be held on November 2nd at 2 p.m. at Moore Brewing. And that was one of the directives from the last board meeting, to meet with the property owners, business owners, and kind of determine their wants and desires for parking in that particular area. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good, thank you. Item 21, executive session. 51 LCS 120/2, C1, personnel matters, C2, collective bargaining matters, C5, purchase and lease of property, C6, sale and lease of property, C11, pending litigation, C21, discussion of closed session minutes. Do I have a motion for executive session? Trustee Kazat.
President, I'll make the motion for executive session.
Do I have a second? Trustee Allo? Second. Any questions? Roll call vote.
Trustee Wagner?
Yes.
Trustee Saldella?
Yes.
Trustee Tucker?
Yes.
Trustee Case?
Yes.
Trustee Ayello?
Yes.
Trustee Kazone?
Yes.
President Vogels?
Yes. And with that, we will go into executive session, and we will not be coming back. We will adjourn in executive session. Have a good, safe Halloween, Villa Park. Oh, can't do that. We didn't do it.
Close
Eh,
enough.
good enough.